What up? What up? How y'all doing? Let me adjust this volume real quick. There we go. Oh, I don't need that NFL Plus blaring in my ears as much. Sadly, guys, we are not at the NFL Combine today. We're still talking with my neighbor maybe about going, but we'll see. We'll see. The problem is all the Spirit flights from Fort Myers arrive at 3:45 or later and then leave very early in the day as well. So I would arrive after the combine kind of starts and my flight back home would be too early. So we need some hotels basically up there in Indy. But welcome in, guys. Like David McNiner just joked, welcome to the Underwear Olympics. It's kind of funny. Last year, I saw someone was actually really surprised. Like one of the players that they really did strip down. They're like, "Yo, I didn't realize you really out there running your underwear." But oh, I accidentally hit the wrong button here. One moment, got to get my live of the combine back up. We're watching, of course, on NFL Plus. Made sure to get that subscription, you know what I'm saying? There we go. But today, of course, day one of the combine coverage. And again, welcome into Darwinsraven, a.k.a. D-Rave, a.k.a. Levi, whatever you want to call me here. And I appreciate y'all for coming to hang out with us today. Last year, we were actually doing live coverage of the combine, and we got hit with the blue screen of death. You're just having too many browser tabs open. We're hoping to avoid that today. Day one today in Lucas Oil Stadium out there in Indianapolis is going to be the defensive line as well as linebackers today. We're looking forward to, of course, a lot. We've got both the notepads going. We got all the notes from last year's combine coverage. We're still waiting to see. One of the problems we constantly have, it's way quicker to... I can already see right there, Newton's going to be number 20. Maybe that can give me a start here. But associating everyone with their numbers is one of the things that we've got to do sometimes the quickest here. And of course, I don't have a Newton listed on my thing. And I'm like, no, what's going on? Oh no. We're already going to have issues. I thought I had all the participants' names already. So it's usually quicker to associate once we get into the drill sections. It gets quicker basically to just associate them by numbers till we can review everything. And I know we're going to have 4 bag drills. We're going to have a wave drill, probably a circle drill, and then I'm guessing an edge or pass rush drill for the defensive linemen. Linebackers usually do some type of bag drill, a shuffle, and change of direction drill. And then from my combine notes, I'd missed the names of the 2 other drills they did last year. But their linebackers should go through minimum at least 2 more other drills. But we're waiting to see. We got the body armor, Blackout Berry edition for some superior hydration as the NFL Combine's getting started here, presented by Noble. We've got Daniel Jeremiah and Rich Eisen leading this coverage from the NFL Combine. Daniel Jeremiah had a bold prediction, said one linebacker might sneak into the first round of this draft. That's Cooper from A&M. We're going to get a good look at him today. He's expected to light up the combine. And like Daniel Jeremiah is talking about right now, the combine's important, not just not more so what we're about to see, but this is an opportunity to bring players in for interviews and really drill them a little more about, their football knowledge and who they are. get started here. One of the big story guys I know we're going to be keeping an eye on is, of course, Sweat, the Texas defensive lineman. He showed up to the Senior Bowl big, and a lot of people are concerned about his weight. He didn't weigh in at the Senior Bowl. He's not going to be able to escape that today. They're talking a little bit about Byron Murphy, the other defensive lineman from Texas. There's one of them, defensive lineman number 18. That's Byron Murphy. He's number 18. Okay, I do have Newton. So, yeah, Newton's number 20. Okay, now I can run down numbers. 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Should be, though. That's going to be interesting. Turner, number 11. Oh, that's going to be... It gets rough at the beginning to getting everyone's numbers, but hopefully... We've got Murphy and Newton's numbers, so that gives us a good start. Sometimes, though, I feel like they jump numbers, so we'll have to wait and see. Delicious. One guy we're also keeping an eye on linebacker-wise, Peyton Wilson, the linebacker out of NC State. One of these guys that, made a little bit of a statement at the Senior Bowl. They were talking about him, and I really liked the range that I saw of that young man and just the pure hustle. With the Ravens more than likely tagging Justin Madubuike, the defensive line's looking more for depth and, developmental guys more than anything. I'm going to be honest, though. Look, Ravens flock, I got an interesting comparison. So, Sweat, the Texas defensive lineman, there's been these talks about his weight. If you saw him at the Senior Bowl, he was big. Very dominant power rush, but, the storyline's going to be about his weight management and can he move, yada, yada, yada. You know what it sounds like to me? One of the more recent things that come to my mind is Terrence Cody, the former Alabama defensive tackle. He struggled with weight at some points, and I just feel like we're going to see it again. I know a lot of eyes are going to be on Robinson, the defensive lineman out of Missouri. Some see him more as an edge rusher. Some see him more of that defensive end, like interior. He kind of has drawn some comparisons to Cam Jordan, the defensive lineman from the New Orleans Saints. Kind of plays a similar role, which you can do with the old younger Zadarius. I don't know. I'm just excited to start seeing him actually move and get into these drills more so than anything. But we're still waiting for it to actually get started. Oh my God, another commercial for this medicine. Sotyktu. Ask your pharmacist about Sotyktu. Oh my gosh. Killing me here. Are we getting any testing started? I'm not seeing any data coming in yet. Level up with no pool footwear. God, what I want. I want to be there so bad. Oh, look at that baby. That's so cute. They're showing people at the NFL Combine, and man, I wish I was there. A bunch of fans here. It is so empty. I want to be there. Oh, that's not fair. It is so empty in those stands. Ooh, that Latu interception is nasty. Okay, they're running their numbers here. Wilson's 47 on the linebackers. Pearsall's 48. That's the wide receiver. Oh, that's Jeremiah's top 50. Damn it. Oh, we're starting with the 40. Oh, I'm so excited, guys. Who we got starting here on defensive line? Carter, number 1 for the defensive line from Duke. 6'2", 3'8", 302 defensive lineman. Getting it started here. I'm excited, guys. Welcome in again to Darwinsraven. Let's check that 10-yard split. Oh, and he's false started already. Not a good start to the combine. And they're showing Antonio Pierce here. Raiders, of course, have the 13th overall pick here in the draft. Oh, they said there's a glitch or something, so I don't think it was his fault. That's good. We're going to get a second attempt here from Dwayne Carter. And 501, 1.72 split. That's not too bad. Not terrible. Not terrible. 175. They said 491. Is that going to be the official? Crumity going to be number 2. So they're skipping Caesar and Cole are not going to be running the 40, it looks like, maybe. Or maybe they're not here and we're invited. 6'3", 7'8" defensive lineman from Mississippi State. Up next for the 40. Good start, it looked like. 169 split. Going to be sub. Oh, right on the 5-0 mark. So a little bit faster on that split, but and let's get this. Of course, the NFL's own site's not as we're watching it, it's not updating. Not my fault, guys. Not my fault. Here's Tyler Davis from Clemson. 172 split. Long legs, 502. He's wearing number 3. 502. 172. Yeah, and like they're talking about, the combine's not everything. Honestly, for me right now, these 40s are more about just getting their numbers. I'm more excited to see them in the individual drills than anything. Next up, we got Brandon Dorless, defensive lineman from Oregon, 6'3", 238. So a little smaller on that defensive line, definitely more of probably, I'm guessing, an edge rusher or playing on the 5. But we'll see right here. Oregon guys are usually fast. Let's see if the D-line's fast. And that's a false start. Hey, Peter Schrager is going to be joining the draft coverage. And there's Jim Harbaugh with his son up in the stands. And they got the 40-timer out for Dorless. They're definitely LA Chargers showing interest in Dorless. There's a tip-off right there. The LA is looking at Brandon Dorless at some round. He even got the Dorless. That looked like a slow get off. 168. I mean, 485. Deceptively fast, honestly. 485. Deceptively fast, honestly. Not terrible, though. Justin Eboibe from Bama coming up next, number 5. 6'4", 297. Okay. Ooh, we got Fisk coming up. We're excited to see Fisk. .181 split, not the best. 518. A little slow. Dan Campbell looks a little disappointed right there watching that one. But, again, not the end of the world. Braden Fisk coming up next. Going to be number 7. So, looks like Ellis, number 6, from Utah, not going to be running the 40-yard dash. Braden Fisk, 6'3", 5'8", 292. Again, Florida State University. Senior Bowl standout. Definitely been on the radar a little bit. Seen his draft stock improving, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see if he builds on it here with this 40. Like they're talking about there, doesn't have the longest arms, but just wins, baby. 168 split. Oh yeah. 478. He definitely yelled, "Oh yeah," as he finished it. Yeah, for 280, 4.7 with a 168. Yes, sir. That's better than Dorless did. Same 10-yard split, but shaved a tenth of a second off on the back end of it, basically. And that's the best of the D-line time so far. Gabe Hall coming up next, number 8 of Baylor, 173, 506. Not a bad split. Marcus Harris, number 10, coming up next. So they're jumping ahead a little bit. 286 out of that Auburn University, I believe. 6'2", 3/8. Taking a second to get started here. 177 with a 508 finish. I need to start putting all their weights on here as well. McKinley Jackson, number 11, coming out here. So we're jumping a few people here. This is going to be the 320-pound A&M guy. 6'1.5". 178 split with a 5.27 finish. The first of 18 Michigan Wolverines. That's nuts. We got Chris Jenkins coming up here. Going to be number 13. 299-pound Michigan defensive lineman. There are a lot of eyes probably on this young man. Let's see what he delivers. Apparently his nickname is the Mutant. .176 split, 5.02 finish. Probably not his best run there, but like we talk about it, it's not all about these 40s. I'm rather more excited to see them how they look in the drills. Pretty good start here so far, though. And again, is the tracker still not? Okay, there we go. We got to. There we go. That's a little better. Let's see. We're going to move the top. There we go. Not too bad, though, so far. Compared to all-time results, though, haven't seen that elite 10-yard split yet. Like the 4, we've seen some of the like the 4.7, 4.8, but to put it in perspective, we've got right there Braden Fisk leading with the 4.78. That puts him around Jordan Davis, Fletcher Cox, Aaron Donald ran 4.68, but when you look at that 10-yard split, I feel like that's where you see that difference. Aaron Donald, a 1.63, 40 yards or 10 yards split, whereas Fisk had a 1.68. So I know it's crazy, but that 0.05 is puts him a lot further down. It's still really good, but hey, what up, Lecky Tupo? New subscriber. How you doing today, my guy? I'll say double checking all my audio is still coming through. Yep. Like I said, though, for me, a lot of this is honestly just getting their freaking numbers. Getting their weights, size, speed, and number. I think it's very interesting, though, that the LA Chargers, Jim Harbaugh, was, I feel like he showed a little interest in Dorius, the defensive lineman out of Oregon. Ran pretty good, too. Definitely excited to see how he moves in drills and what his strength kind of looks like on them. Oh, we've got Lee, number 15. So they're jumping ahead now. I probably missed some people because that's how they do it. 177, 505 for Logan Lee. We got Logue wearing number 16 here. 184 split with a 514 finish. I think they're trying to catch us up. And Byron Murphy, number 18, coming out here 169. Two, 521. I missed the other Murphy. The Clemson guy 167. Ororo 4.9 finish. Good finish. Keith Randolph Jr. wearing number 22. Whew. I got to get some of their numbers. What up, Daniel? How y'all doing today? You got any guys you're keeping an eye on? Let's see here. 488 for Murphy. What was the 10-yard? 171. Oh, I just missed someone here. Hold on. 179. 516. Byron Murphy, very happy with the 488, by the way. And like they're saying right there, we can't wait for the drill work to start because that's where we get to see a little more of like the change of direction drills. Nathan Smith, 306 LSU lineman getting up here, number 24. 176 split, 504 finish. Look pretty good coming through there, honestly, for a 300-pounder. Honestly, carries that 300 pounds really well. He does not look like 300 pounds. Here we go. Tavondre Sweat. Someone we've been waiting for. Wearing number 25 here. 366 pounds officially. 6'4.5". Let's see what that 366 pounds can do, though. Here we go. 1/8 split. Not bad. Not bad. 5'2", I mean, not bad for 366 pounds, to be honest with you, I feel like. That is a big man. 5'2", like, I think it is. That's tied, actually, with the 320-pound Jackson out of A&M that ran earlier with a 178 split. So, of course, not as fast as the split, but, like, my God. The fourth heaviest player at this combine. We've got Leonard Taylor out of Miami up next, wearing number 26, 176 split with a 517 finish. I didn't get to catch his weight, so we're going to try to catch some of their weights on the second round. God, I really wish I was there at the combine, but we'll find. It's still, we might be able to go another day. Wingo wearing number 27, so we're jumping. Not a lot of these guys are going to be running 284. Wingo been going up the boards. 164 split, 486 finish. Good split. Not a great finish, but that 164 is going to probably be one of the higher splits, actually. Whew. Byron Murphy with that 165 official 10-yard split. And they're definitely going to be lowering some of these a little bit because of the official numbers. I've noticed already a lot of the official numbers are lower than the numbers we're seeing. So definitely keep an eye on it. We got Carter up here, the defensive lineman from Duke, getting his official second run. 5:01 the first time, trying to get sub 5 on the second run. Wish he gave me his weight again. God, and he false started a second time. And that's twice. That's insane. I can't believe we're having to watch this again now. And I know I'm not going to have a lot of viewers in for this stream, but honestly, half of this stream is more for me. I hate to be that person. There's a good run. Yep, just a little bit out of the gate faster, and they're not going to show that split, but it's 0.01 better on the second run. Just a little better, not much. Oh, I'm already starving because I didn't eat this morning and I hate myself. Oh, and they're already cutting away from the coverage again. We're about to miss so many runs. That's the one thing I hate about not being there. And what's going on right now is they're still running and we're on a commercial break, basically. So the only one classified as a defensive end that's ran so far is Brandon Dorius. That's interesting. None of the linebackers have ran yet, so we're just got defensive tackles. Definitely haven't seen that elite quickness out of any of the defensive tackle prospects yet. Might have some really strong guys, though, potentially. We'll have to wait to see. Let's see. How big is Crumity? Crumity at 301. That's pretty good. Miles Murphy from NC State. We've got two Murphys. 309. Okay, that's pretty good. We're finally back. Oh, we've got Crimity back up now. Second run, 498. Not bad. A little bit better. 10-yard split, 171, so a little slower, actually. We got Tyler Davis on the second run here from Clemson. And I appreciate them, honestly, can I say I appreciate them catching us up on all the people that we missed during commercial break? Here's Dorless again on his second run, the defensive end from Oregon. Long strides, 4.91, so actually a little slower on the second run. Long strides, though. And now we got Justin Ebo Igibe. I keep messing it up. I'm so sorry. 5.18 on the first run, so... What's his weight? And Ebo 5.21 on the second run, so a little slower on that second run. 297. Definitely would have expected a little better out of him at 297, but it'd be like that, right? Braden Fisk 4.78, the leader on the board currently, coming out for his second attempt here. What up, Forktail? Yeah, Jenkins is at the combine, listed at 299, 502.40 with 176 10-yard split. So actually had a pretty good 10-yard split. But you know, I don't think I think people were expecting him to test a little higher. Here's Fisk on his second run, the leader on the first time, and man, he looks fast. 4.81, so a little slower than the first run, but a 1.68 split again, so same 10-yard split as the first run, but a little slower on the long step at the end. No difference, honestly. Fisk definitely coming away boosting his draft stock after the combine today. We're excited, though, for Jenkins' second run, Forktail, though. Was there like 8? I think they said, 18 Michigan Wolverines at the combine this year out of the 300 participants. Michigan definitely repping out this year. Oh, cracking my neck, and it feels really good. Here's Gabe Hall, the Baylor defensive lineman, coming on his second run. 5.06 first run, 5.04 second run. I was really hoping to see Hall Jr., the Ohio State defensive lineman, run, but he's not doing the 40, so hopefully we'll see more of him in the other drills. I don't know if he's actually going to be participating, really, or what he's participating in. We got Marcus Harris, University of Auburn, 5.08 on the first run with a 1.77 split. Trying to get all their weights too. Love how they're not even 5.07 on the second run, so a little bit better. 1.78, so about the same split. Of course, the split they give us quickly is the unofficial number. You might see that drop. Looking at 10-yard splits, Wingo actually leading the way with that 1.64 split with a 4.86 finish. So let's see if he can improve on that. Orohoro out of Clemson, too, also had a really good 1.67 split. Here we are, McKinley Jackson out of AM, 5.27 on that first run, 5.26 on the second. McKinley Jackson. 320-pounder. Wingo, though, got to keep an eye on that. Taking my notes here. Here's Chris Jenkins coming up for his second run. Here we go. 5.02 on the first run. Trying to improve. If he can just improve on that 1.76 10-yard. Show me explosion. Yeah, better start. And 4.91. Definitely a lot better. And 1.70 split. Much better. That's what we were expecting out of him. And Jim Harbaugh definitely taking that number right there. Looking at his former defensive lineman saying, okay, hey, come get me, bro. Much better on that second run. That's what we expected out of him. Logan Lead, the defensive lineman here for Iowa. 5:05 on the first run. Let's see here. We'll get to that in just a moment here. 5:06 on the second. Forktail says, okay, yeah, actually, I want Good or Grant from Michigan, but they won't be in the draft until next year. I like the run stuffers better than the penetrating D tackles myself. It really depends. I feel like you gotta have that one guy that can penetrate for your pass rushers. But yeah, on the baseline, I want those big guys that can take the double team blocks. Zion Logue here from Georgia coming up next. Wearing number 16. Byron Murphy, Miles Murphy. That's a false start by Logue. I know one of the biggest red flags for me was Carter literally got whistled 3 times for basically false starts. There's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers GM, Jason Light. They're showing him now as he's doing his work. I just wish I could hear some of the conversations DaCosta was having right now this combine. I really hope we can get the deal done with Beak. I know as a last resort, the tag's going to be used, though, which I am okay with. We've already done the cap work for tag and Beak. When the combine's done, we're going to get started with the official offseason plans. We've basically done all the work for the Ravens. It's kind of about where and who I want to spend the free agent money on and who might be cap casualties. Can I work a deal with Khalil or Bosa if they get released? I'm going to throw a weird name out here. Tyron Smith, the offensive tackle from the Cowboys. He's missed some time, but when he's healthy, he is elite, like more so than others, especially in pass protection. And he's been playing on about a $6 or $7 million deal every year for the Cowboys, trying to get a Lombardi. And of course, they're in cap hell. Zion Logue, 5.22 on the second run, so a little worse. Here we got Byron Murphy II from Texas. This guy, man, I seen him picked in first round. I've seen him drop to like second, third, like 4.88 on the first run. Big, strong man. 4.9 on the second. Not really much of a, 1.70 split. So I think he actually... No, yeah, he slowed down on that. I know these Texas guys are strong, though. They some big boys. Forktail says, I'm just a huge Michigan fan, though. Full transparency. Hey, it'd be like that. At least you know. And Miles Murphy gets with a bad false start here. This is the UNC Miles Murphy. 309 definitely shows. Some of these guys, the way they carry the 300 pounds is definitely a lot different than other guys. Like the way Brandon Williams used to carry his 300 plus pounds compared to, Terrence Cody's 300 plus pounds. You feel me? Here we go, Miles Murphy. Long strides, 5.25. 1.82 split. A little slower. Patrick Mahomes, please don't use my 40 overlay anymore. They're pairing Mahomes against defensive linemen right now. Oh, it's hilarious. That's hilarious. Jenkins is probably going to be pretty good, though. Like I said, I'm more excited for some of these guys. I feel like they're stronger guys than faster guys, especially along the defensive line of this draft. And I think I'm excited, like I said, to see more of the drills. And a lot of the analysts and the people, the commentators right now are agreeing. We're more excited to see these drills on bag work, basically. But we'll see. I believe the fastest time so far is going to be the Florida State kid. Yeah, Braden Fisk, 4.78, the fastest 40 time. Fisk, do I have his weight? I didn't have his weight. Fisk, though, was one of the Senior Bowl standouts. He made a lot of money at the Senior Bowl, and topping the defensive tackle 40 probably just helped him a lot. Brandon Dorless right here in second, more around that 280 range, so a little smaller. Like Wingo, 284 as well, so looking pretty good. But while the 40-yard dash is, that's great and all, and you want to see that because there's always explosiveness, you also have to compare it to that 10-yard split. That 10-yard split and how quickly they can get off the ball is what I feel like is the more important thing to pull out of this 40. Looking at the all-time performance list, so Mekhi Wingo with a 164, that would tie him with last year's Kalijah Kancey, the defensive tackle out of Pittsburgh. Aaron Donald ran a 163, to put it in perspective. Not all of these splits are going to be, showing that. Like, case point, there's 3 guys that ran a faster 10-yard split than Aaron Donald. But I think weight plays into a lot of it, how their strength is. Fletcher Cox, 166. Quinnen Williams, a 167. So Braden Fisk with that 168 running about the same as a Quinnen Williams or a Daron Payne. But, with all of those names I mentioned, there's tons of names that didn't make it. Actually, let's see here. We go to top performers. Here we are. Defensive tackles. And that 10-yard split, for example. Here we are. Earl Mitchell, Kevin Williams, Dre Moore. Now there's Aaron Donald, Mekhi Wingo. But Aaron Donald's 300. Mekhi Wingo's 280, basically. Same thing. Kalijah Kancey's over 300 pounds. So there's a lot you got to look into it. You know what I'm saying? And we'll see a lot more come out in these bag drills. I love that they're catching us up on the commercial breaks. Row. 495. That is a big man. Randolph Jr. I'm going to eat this cracker. I'm sorry. Wow. Tavondre Sweat refused a second time. And Wingo's not running second time. Interesting. Very interesting. And Sean Payton's here with the 12th overall pick. And here's my thing, guys. You'll see some people say this. They'll be like, oh, the combine doesn't mean anything. The combine doesn't mean anything. Yada, 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 yada. So why are all these coaches and all these scouts still watching from all these booths after the interviews are done? Why are they still here watching? And I'm telling you, it's because there is a little truth to this. Like, the numbers don't tell it. It's watching them. Forktail says, when is the bench press? That's pretty important for the D tackles, in my opinion. I agree, my guy. I think that's always a big thing. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought that was that's the all-time results. Let's see. I don't think. If I remember correctly, by the way, Forktail, if I remember from the schedule, the bench press is always going to be the day after. So all of these guys will do their bench press tomorrow and then leave Indy. The bench press, they just haven't been publicizing as much as the drills and the speed things and the running. If that's the same as last year, like I said, we've got all of our notes from last year, basically, pages and pages and pages from the combine and the draft. We're really excited to get to the drills. But I agree. I think the bench gives me a more understanding too of the power of some of these guys, and I'm expecting to see some good bench numbers this year compared to last year. So on the first page, sorry, I was muted. On this book, we have, of course, their names and their numbers. The numbers are important for me so that when I'm taking my notes on the players, it takes too long for me to write Murphy out of NC State. It's quicker for me to be number 8 on my defensive tackle day 1 notes. Number 8, good hip flexion, rotated well, looked slow, my notes like that. So that's why I'm more worried about getting their numbers assigned correctly so that when we get to the bag drills, the circle, edge, pass rush, all these other drills, we then have the second page where we're taking where we're taking general notes. Of course, we've got linebackers set up as well. Linebackers should be getting ready to run their 40s here soon. And then we've got 4 more pages dedicated to the drills. Like I said, based on my notes from last year, we should see the defensive linemen do a 4-bag drill, a wave drill, an edge drill, and maybe a pass rush and the circle drill. While the linebackers will do some type of bag drill, a shuffle and change of direction, and then at least 2 more drills. I didn't have the names listed for those drills. I missed it, but I do have grades on them. Generally speaking, the way I grade my stuff is I think of it as a 1 through 5 point system. Dash is, and so the middle of the board is a 3. A 3 says, hey, it looked normal. There's nothing, no highlight, no bad takeaway, normal. Oh, cool. We're getting started with drills right away. Hold on. Whoa. We're starting with a wave drill off the rip. We've got number 1, Carter. Look pretty good on us. Oh. And he's confused. Carter, confused. Here we go again. See if his legs are tired. Yeah. Honestly, not bad. We've got Crumity. Slipped a little bit. Davis. Dorless. He should be fast here. He had a miscommunication there. Little slow on some of those, actually, but that's going to be just a 3 for me on Brandon Dorless. Ebaway, I'm a Bama guy here. And Ibogbe, sorry. Open up them hips, boy. Open up them hips. You are too stiff. A little slow, but I mean, these are big guys. I don't have their weights here again. Here's Brandon Fisk. Ooh, he slipped. Got low. Good shuffle, though. That's Hall Baylor up next. Marcus Harris out of Auburn next up in this wave drill. Man, already it's a little slow. Having a hard time sinking his hips right now. That is now a good one. McKinley Jackson, number 11, A&M up next. A little slow, but he's controlled. That was a pretty good run. Not bad, not bad. Here's Chris Jenkins. Excited to watch this. That's a good turn right there. He's quick. Good turn. Good turn. Chris Jenkins looked good right there. Here's Logan Lee. Good turn. Good turn. That was pretty good, actually. Logan Lee is going to get a good grade on that one. Here's Logue out of Georgia. And he is definitely a little trying to anticipate the drill a little bit. Lovett Sr. out of Florida State. I don't think we saw him in the 40. Here in the wave drill. Oh, he's tripping. Not going to be that good on that. Byron Murphy out of Texas. Here we go. This is someone we want to see. Oh, a hip flip. That's a good run from a big man right there. Here's Murphy out of UNC up next after him, number 19. Try to predict it a little bit. Good second turn. Good back pedal. Turn and go. Honestly, that was pretty good. Horo, we're excited to watch him. Oh, that's a good start. He's taking them wide on these turns. Oh, that's a good one. Horo looked really good in that drill right there. Randolph Jr., Illinois. Little slow on that first turn. Try to predict it. Slow on the second. Not bad on the back. And turn and go. Let me get 3- on that one. We got Mason Smith out of LSU up next. Slow turn on the first one. Trying to predict it. Good turn second. Decent back pedal. Needs to open the hips more. Turn and go look good. I'm going to just get a solid. Yeah, it's almost about a 3-. We got Sweat. Got to see him in this drill. Good turn for the 366 on the first. Little slow on that second. Good turn back. Good front. Good. Hey, Tavondre Sweat looking good. Honestly, for how big he was. Taylor out of the U. Ooh, definitely struggled on that turnout right there. Wingo coming up next from LSU. I'm going to full screen this so I can see this better. Wingo looking good right now. That was a good run by Wingo. And the free agency, their coverage starting March 11th. Right after the combine, guys, we're kind of getting started a little bit ourselves. Might actually have to not full size. I feel like its frame rate is just dropping too much. God. I know people are concerned about that weight, but like, Forktail says Sweat's going to go higher than projected currently, in my opinion. I know. The weight concerns, I feel like, have been dropping his stock a little bit, but man, the way he just moved in that wave drill. Are we only getting one wave drill? If so, that's kind of sad. It looks like they're heading to a different drill next, so. Okay, now we get the 4 bag. Hey, what up, Gaming Zone? We got the defensive lineman getting ready for the 4 bag drill. I wish there was a way like to track that, but Dwayne Carter from Duke getting started here. Good lateral. Looked pretty good actually in that drill. Crumity coming up next from, was that Mississippi State? Okay. Chop them arms, homie, chop them arms. You got to chop them arms going up and down them bags. Not bad. Tyler Davis from Clemson coming out next. Looked definitely better than he did in the wave drill. Hey, he's pumping them arms. Yeah, that was a good run. That looked like a good run from Davis. Dorius from Oregon. Ibogwe next from Alabama. They look really slow on the up and down coming through, in my opinion. Like, I'm not really seeing something. Here is Fisk. Woo! Yeah, that's how you do it right there. That's how you do it right there. Yep. That's how you do it. Come on. Like you said, pick up your feet. Come on, Hall. That's pretty good on the back and forth, the north-south movement. I'm just not seeing anything high or low here. Fisk was pretty good, but like, oh, okay. Harris had some good lateral. Okay, Harris did pretty good. That was a pretty good rep. McKinley Jackson at AMN next. They're having him restart a little bit here. 7 tackles for a loss, career high last year for him. Definitely needs a little work. He's definitely going to be like a nose guy, but Jordan Jefferson up next. Little off balance there, but good recovery. Pretty good. Mohammed says, when will the QB start? They're not till what? Saturday, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Ooh, Chris Jenkins looking good in that drill to the end there. Lost his balance a little bit, but Logan Lee up next. And we had someone in the bag drill that wasn't in the wave drill. That's so infuriating. It messes up my counts of my numbers. Logue up next, 16. I got to make sure I keep Lovett Senior, number 17 up here. Come on, man. Come on. Not terrible. Byron Murphy. Here's what someone everyone wants to see. A little slow on that first. Really not that great. Like clean, but nothing that great. That's just average. Ooh, okay, Murphy. Oh, the bat north-south is horrible. The lateral was good. Orohoro, someone again I'm looking to see a little bit here. He does. He really does look good. Orohoro's going up on my board a little bit higher after this. He's looked good in the wave drill and the 4-bag drill. Randolph, come on, man. You were looking good, and then you slowed down when you went back to that left. Little bit of struggle on that second turn, but Rogers. See now, number 23 here. Mason Smith now. Hey. Kind of going over the bag a little bit, cheating on that drill, but it looked pretty good. Here's Tavondre Sweat again. Come on, big man. Come on, big man. Cheating a little bit on the second drill. But he moving, son. Like, Taylor, Miami. Ooh, good lateral movement there. Pretty good on the north-south movement. And a little slow on the turn, definitely showing some tired legs. But that was a good run, in my opinion. Ooh, Wingo. Wingo pumping on. That's how you do it. Look at that. That's a man that made himself some money today right now. Wingo had a really good drills. Wingo ran also such a good 40-yard dash that he didn't even run it the second time. And Muhammad says he's a Commanders fan. Man, y'all got a little bit of potential to really change your franchise around. I'm excited to see battle the Beltway a little bit. And here's Aaron Donald in the drills, and like I said, look at him. Look how clean he looks. Mm-hmm. And now they're showing why the 4-bag drill is important. Keep them feet moving, and why Fisk and Jenkins get in comparison. They're showing why they, of course, led the way in drills. Byron Murphy here on the next run. Definitely had some good ones. Now we got the pass rush drill coming up next for the defensive tackles. Or defensive linemen, I apologize. And again, a big thing is a lot of these guys' weights. You know, you got guys. What up, David? You got guys like Sweat out here at 366 pounds. Here's Carter on the first pass rush drill. Not bad, not bad. It's hard to go in first because you're going to get usually the average grade for me. That's going to be a 3- in my opinion. Tyler Davis from Clemson coming up next, number 3. Good get off. Got to bend a little better on that. Didn't really bend on that second bag. Good jump. Good bend. And Brandon Dorless Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. A little slow on the get off. That's man. That just looks so average right there. Fisk, number 7, coming up next. Good get off. Good. That's how you do it right there. Gabe Hall, Baylor. They're not showing the drill. Look pretty good, though. Harris, good get off, good slap. Could play a little closer to the bag, but Jackson, Mississippi, a little slow. Definitely got to play better. That's going to get a lower grade for me. Jordan Jefferson up next, number 12. And again, we got numbers that didn't do the other drills. It's killing me. Here's Chris Jenkins. Definitely could get off a little better. Like, I'd like to see more of that upward move. He slapped, but like Logan Lee actually looked pretty good. Logue, nope, that's a bad rep by Logue. Get up there, man. Love it. There we go. Man, I want to see more of that. Murphy. Yeah. There it is. There it is. Like I said, Byron Murphy showing how the drill's done right there. Strong with that arm. Strong with that arm. That was a pretty good run right there. Horo 21 coming up next. Good rip. Good rip. Gotta see that rip after. Not bad, not bad. Good. Looked good at the start there for Rogers, number 23, but good rip by Smith there. That's a good run by Smith. Tavondre Sweat. Too much power there. I mean, Leonard. Hey, okay, Leonard. That was a good run. Wingo. Could stay a little tighter, but that's a good run by Wingo. Are we going to get the pass rush going the opposite way? We are. Here we go. Don Niner says, I remember one specific prospect that killed at the combine, Sullivan Thomas, all because we do. Doesn't mean doesn't mean they will succeed. Numbers don't mean anything. But like a case of point, it's perspective. 366-pound guy running 5.0 or a 280-pound guy running 5.0. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like I said, for me, the more important thing is watching the drills, watching how they move laterally, explode off snap, because, you know, they use the ball for the simulated snap, but how they can explode off snap, move laterally, stay close to the bag, bend, show the ability to maybe bend. And then I want to see strong hands, quick, choppy feet. They say when you're moving laterally, if your heels are clicking, you're tired, you know? So I want to see explosive chopping movement. And like they showed with Aaron Donald's drills, there is translation from some of these drills to the game. You know, there's a lot to it. That's what makes football so dynamic and hard. We're hoping we're going to get a second run on those pass rush drills, though. Yeah, David McNiner, that's been the story so far of this combine. To Sweat, the defensive tackle out of Texas, refused to weigh in at the Senior Bowl. Couldn't get away with that at the combine. Weighed in officially at 366 pounds. Ran a 5.22 40 with a 1.8 split. Honestly, he looked pretty good. Like in his speed and ability to get off. And honestly, in those drills, he didn't look too bad either. Let me see. Sweat had number 25, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, honestly, in the wave drill, he looked way better than I thought he would look. He looked good in the wave drill, pretty above average in the 4-bag drill. Pass rush drill, that second bag he got around, he kind of just shouldered into the bag a little bit, kind of took out the assistant holding the bag, who took a face shot. But honestly, the lateral movement I've seen out of Sweat is more impressive than I thought I would see out of a 360-pound guy. I'm trying to get all their weights as I go, but it's definitely going to be something I have to do whenever I kind of recompile my notes before the draft and I start doing my draft specials. But some of the guys that have caught my attention, of course, Wingo out of LSU looking really good. Orohoro out of Clemson also showing a lot. Carter, I was a little hesitant because he was going first and how many times he false started and was having problems with drills. But he's actually looked pretty impressive in some of these other drills, despite the slow showing on the 40 as well. There's a lot of defensive linemen, though. This was the original list of all the names. Like I said, I had to go on this, like 50 plus people. The people actually running drills right now is like 20 people, basically. So a little disappointed in that, but, it does be like that. Well, they got Doug Peterson, the Jaguars head coach, up in the booth right now. And like they're saying, Doug Peterson, we stay the whole time, man. Like, good chance to talk to them, get to watch them work out, move. Like, and like he said, this is getting a chance to really compare them all in the same room together. Yes, we can watch tape on them all, but again, it's different opponents, different rules, different timings, coverages, schemes. At least in these drills, we're all getting to watch them do it together, essentially. Run and club drill coming up next for the defensive linemen. This is going to be another, I feel like, good drill. Carter, of course, coming up first here. Little loose on the spin move. Good turn. Going first, you set the bar. Jaden Crumney, number 2, coming up next. Good spin move. Look pretty good. That's going to be like in the baseline score for me right there. Tyler Davis, number 3 for Clemson, coming up next. Little slow. Coming back, but Brandon Dorius, we're expecting to see speed here. Yeah, looked out. I about to say, that didn't look like that good of a hop. Good get off. Dip and rip. Just not seeing anything catching my eye right now. Let's see what Fisk does here. He usually sets the real bar. Ooh, Hall, good strong hands off the rip. Showing heavy hands. Look pretty good. Harris. Like they said, he's not dropping his weight here. It's McKinley. Here's Chris Jenkins. Yeah. A little bit of slippage there, but look good. Logan looking good with these movement drills, in my opinion. Like, not getting low. He's playing so high right now. Finally gets low a little bit. Not that good, though. That was Zog. Lovett Sr. That didn't look bad at all. Byron Murphy, number 18. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Byron Murphy looked good. Honestly, that looked pretty good too. The other Murphy out of UNC. Definitely started rough, but look getting better. Orahoro. Oh, okay, okay. Orahoro is climbing on my board, honestly. Like I said, drop your weight a little. Okay, not bad, not bad. That was Randolph, number 22. We're going to get Rogers, number 23 now. Ooh, way out of control here. Smith, number 24, LSU. I look pretty good. A little out of control in the was a second or third bag transition, but Sweat, here we are. Oh, he fell over on the spin move. I had pretty good recovery. It depends on what you want from him, right? Taylor, I like it. Oh, that last turn was nice. Good get off. A little bit of slip there. Looked pretty decent, but nothing explosionary. Like I said, I'm not really expecting too much out of these guys. A lot of these defensive tackle and defensive lineman guys, I'm expecting more to be power guys, but some decent good movers here. I feel like some of the eyes got to be on Fisk, Orahoro, and Wingo off the rip. I feel like Carter actually might have had a pretty good job in the drills. Dorius, I want to see more from him a little bit. I might have to go back and watch some tape on him. A few of these other guys definitely going to be more power guys. And I got to double check some of these other guys' weights. Byron Murphy out of Texas, too. Like, he looks good, but I'm definitely going to have to watch a little bit of tape on him. But I'm comfortable right now with the Sweat. The Sweat pick just, like I said, it feels like Terrence Cody to me, but maybe a little better. Forktail says, I think I seen a video of a defensive lineman launching an O-lineman into next week at the Senior Bowl recently. Wasn't that Sweat? Probably was. It was either Sweat or Robinson, the guy out of Missouri. He had a big day at the Senior Bowl. Some of the guys, Fisk had a big Senior Bowl. Sweat, Robinson. Those are the guys on my my defensive lineman list. On the linebacker list, a lot of eyes on Wilson and Wallace at the Senior Bowl. But some of these linebackers, like we got to talk about Braswell from Alabama, is going to be highly touted. Cooper has been picked by Daniel Jeremiah to maybe sneak up into the first round like Jack Campbell did last year, the A&M linebacker. Wilson out of NC State, I think, has got great range. I'm really excited to watch him run. And then, of course, you got guys like Laulu and all that. We got the run and hoop here drill coming up. Sorry. 12 sacks for Dwayne Carter. Might be making some money in these drills. Here's Jaden Crumity. That looked pretty solid from Crumity. Tyler Davis from Clemson, 9.5 tackles for a loss last year. Or in 2022, I'm sorry. Little bit. Gonna get a 2 on that one for me. That's Tyler Davis if he wanted to go again. Brandon Dorius up next. Little cheat on that placement. They're telling him to stay inside the cones, and Brandon Dorius not a good run on that one, in my opinion. Decent start, little slow on the bends, and not a good run here for Justin Eboué. Yep, change of speeds. Here's Fisk, usually setting the bar here for us. Oh, and look how much faster just Fisk looks than everyone else in this drill. Like, Fisk just constantly setting the bar in these combine drills, it seems like. Gabe Hall, number 8 from Baylor, 12.5 sacks in his career at Baylor, 16.5 tackles for loss, and a really bad start for him. They're going to start him over again. Not a good start for him. Gabe Hall, another second run. Definitely could bend a little better, it looks like. Yeah. I mean, the second run, I'm going to give that a 3-. Marcus Harris out of Auburn coming up next. 11 sacks in his career, 31 tackles for a loss. Played for Auburn and Kansas. Good burst off the rip, but out of control. Good burst again. Not as good, but definitely better control. Needs to lean better. Good second one, and I'm going to give that a 3+. Here's Jackson, number 11, out of Texas A&M. 7 tackles for a loss in 2022. That was a career high for him. Pretty good start, good lean, good tightness for how big he is. Missed a step, forgot to put it down a little bit. That's going to be like a 2+ in my opinion. Like Chris Jenkins. Here we are. Chris, what we like to see. Good rip, good bend. He's getting low on it. He's not getting his chest back up like they're saying, though, but pretty good bend. Logan Lee, little slow on that. Place it down. Don't drop it. Pretty good. I'm going to give that just a baseline grade there. Logue, number 16, a little high on the start, not bending down at all on that first rip. That's gonna be a 2+ at best. Like, Lovett Senior out of Florida State, 6 sacks, 14.5 tackles for a loss. So not a big sack guy. Pretty good movement right here, though. Not fast, but he's clean. Good. Honestly, he's going to get a better grade on that than probably most people would. Byron Murphy, here's where everyone wants to see, number 18. Yep. Don't be trying to cheat the drill, homie. Put your hand on. Yeah, how's that hard to understand, Sweat or Murphy? There you go. A little high on the start, getting low. A little slip. I mean, it's like a barely above baseline. It's like a 3+, maybe. More like, honestly, like a baseline run for me. Murphy could get a little lower. Definitely got to get lower, man. Bend. There you go. Bend. 3-. Here's Ora Hora. I'm excited to watch him on this drill, actually. Good lean. Like they say, got to get your chest back up. That's just going to be a baseline. Like, it was pretty good. Randolph Jr., Illinois. Good bend there. That was actually a good run. Rogers, 23 here. They keep doing this to me, running him out of here. Okay. Looks like he got long arms, to be honest with you. Justin Rogers. Here's Smith from LSU. 6.5 sacks, 9.5 tackles in his career for a loss. Good one. Woo, that was a good run by Wingo. Or, I'm sorry, Smith. Here's Sweat. Go get it. Oh, he missed it. It was looking so good till he missed that second one, man. 2 sacks, 8 tackles for a loss in 2023. Career highs. Come on, get low. Come on. There you go. He even made fun of it. I love it. I don't care what anyone says. I like Tamondre Sweat. I hope he's does well. Taylor. Okay. Oh, you dropped it. You gotta place it. Place it down. You gotta place it down, Taylor. Not drop it. Meki Wingo, number 27. That's a great run by Wingo on that drill. And here's Tyler Davis getting his second run. Give him a 2+ now. We're doing some reruns. McKinley getting a second runner, or McKinley Jackson. Definitely already looking. Oh, he dropped it. Then place it. Place it. There you go. Definitely looks a little out of control. He's going to keep that 2+. The reruns, no one got above the 2+. Oh, they're showing Alex Highsmith to show. Whoo. And they're showing why this drill is important, because look at him coming around the edge, flatten, and go get the quarterback, basically. I would like to see their hands up, like you're fighting with the guy, the tackle, got an arm out on the tackle as you're pushing that edge. Wonder if that's the end of the defensive lineman drills, honestly. Whew, I am cold. Like I feel the AC just kicked on. Honestly, Taylor's look pretty good too. Number 26 out of Michigan. Wonder how big he is. Wait, what? They're doing the... When did they do all the... I just noticed, guys, they apparently did all the jumps. Now I got to take a look at all the jumps, basically. What drill we got? And of course, they're halfway through on this drill. Like they're on Oro Horo already. We missed the rest of this drill, and that's what I hate. Body control. Ooh, Smith looked good on that turn. Here's Tavondre Sweat on a body control drill. I mean, not bad, actually. For a 366-pounder, that was really good. Leonard Taylor. I look good, too. Wingo. Ooh, quick feet. Quick feet, son. And group 1 done. So is that the first group of defensive tackles and we'll get a second group? Is that what that means? Okay, we haven't got defensive tackles doing the 3-cone yet. Have they done shuttle? Okay, we've got vertical and broads, though. Okay, we don't have any super numbers, which is good, I feel like. Glad to him, Braden Fisk getting some comparisons to Geno Atkins. I mean, that's based on the numbers, size, arm length. Got a little bit shorter arms than Geno. But Fisk definitely has made himself some money at this combine today. Whew. And there's him, Braden Fisk is looking good. Him and Byron Murphy running this drill together, basically. I'll be right back, guys. right, so I'm just trying to get all their weight, all these players' weights now. 297. £292 for a fist. Yeah, I feel like they're saying Fist made some money, bro. Carter, 302. Tyler Davis, 301. Taylor is 303. McKinley, Jackson, 326. Whew. Hall from Baylor, 291. 297. Logan Lee from Iowa, 281. Logue, 314. So, like, case in point, Logan Lee from Iowa is 281, ran a 505. But Logue from Georgia is 314 and ran a 514. Very important to know that weight. Are we going to get cuss shuttle or cones? Bench press will be tomorrow, which is important for this position group. I'm just trying to figure out if the second group's going to be of defensive linemen or are they moving to the linebacker group? Oh, I love how they're like, oh, they're doing their thing behind us, but we're going to move on. Ooh, Jaden Daniels not going to throw, not going to work out. I feel like that's big news. Believes quarterbacks and running backs, wide receivers going Saturday. And there's Caleb Williams coming into the building. I'm just excited because, like I said, there's a chance, guys, that someone might trade the Ravens in the, we've done it a lot in the mock drafts, but the Ravens really could trade out of the first round and maybe, give someone their quarterback because it's so important to sometimes get that fifth-year option on your quarterback. And to do that, you have to choose them in the first round. So with Baltimore choosing at the end of the first round, just saying. And y'all know, if you know anything about me, guys, you know I love draft picks. So I'm kind of hoping. God, my girlfriend's heating me up some popcorn chicken, guys, and it smells amazing. I haven't seen any of the Raven staff yet. Kind of interested in that. Then again, they're probably not too interested in tons of these off or defensive linemen. Linebacker, of course, some people might say is a big need with PQ leaving in free agency, but Trenton Simpson, the third-round pick out of Clemson last year, really probably going to fill that role mostly. With I'm guessing Ross, the former undrafted rookie free agent from Michigan, also filling in some. Matabike is not going to go anywhere, even if the Ravens don't reach an extension with Justin Matabike. He probably will get the franchise tag. Brent Urban, currently a free agent for the Ravens as well. Ravens also worked a weird extension with Michael Pierce, so he's sticking around. So currently on roster for the Ravens, we have Michael Pierce. It will be Justin Matabike. Broderick Washington. Now, let's talk a little bit about Broderick. Broderick got a contract extension. Going to be due like $4 million this year. You can't cut him this year. I know some Raven fans are probably so unhappy with this play that they want to cut him. Don't do it. Give him another year, guys. Let him play for that money. If he doesn't really perform this next year, then I'm gonna be honest with you, he's gone. But so the Ravens really just looking to add depth here, maybe with like one pick later in the draft, but might not even take that. We're gonna go to PFF mock draft. So if I was the Ravens, I want to do all 7 rounds. We're not going to have randomness in my draft. Start draft. I just want to see maybe who some of these defensive linemen we might be able to find later. Let's just say for the first round, the Ravens take Keon Coleman. I'm going to probably burn through because I want a wide receiver, I want a tackle, I want a corner, basically. Thank you, my love. Let's see, we'll just pick the first tackle on the board, and then I'm going to pick the first corner on the board. Actually, I'm going to go edge. Okay, the interior defensive lineman. Now we get the edge. Yeah, this is what we're excited for. Dallas Turner, Jared Verse, Loftu, Chop Robinson, Derry. These are the guys we're excited for. Okay. I'm looking in 4th round right now in most mock drafts. Mecky Wingo's there, Miles Murphy's there. I see Logan Lee predicted between 137 and 166. So 4th to like, what is that? Beginning of the 6th round, I think there's be good. So end of 4th. Oh shit, hold on. Booker gonna be wearing number 28. 6, 7, 4, 8, 1. So okay, anything above the number 28 can be more edge. Here we are, Miles Cole, number 31. This is where all my people were at. 278 from Texas Tech. False start. Sorry, I'm going to like different stuff. Mike McDaniel, they're showing him on there talking about I'm on the Jumbotron. He got the fur coat on. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. He's like Mike McDaniel's talking to the mic because he's on screen. Here's Miles Cole, 166. 469 at 278. That is fast, guys. Wow. And that's going to be probably the number 1 on the board now. Whew. Hey, welcome in, Philly. How you doing, my guy? Yeah, Mecky Wingo looked good in them drills, man. Definitely Wingo, Orahoro, Fisk, Sweat, and Byron Murphy made some money for themselves. Here's Hunt, number 34 for the edge rushers, 252 out of Houston Christian. Let's see here. Let's watch Jalix Hunt. They say he plays up on his toes. 160 split. That's pretty quick. 4.6. Not bad for 252 pounds, though. Like they're talking about Penn State, these linebackers, numbers off the charts, but they're just not getting the sacks. They're not getting there, which has constantly been the story of David Aja, or I'm sorry, Odafe Owe. 168 split, 4.75 finish. Not bad. And the coach, you got to chop, man. You got to throw them hands. Forktail says 4.69. Dang, that was a defensive end. What's more impressive about that defensive end that just ran? Let me see. The 4.69. Cole from Texas Tech. He's 278-pound defensive end. That is a big freaking boy. And I hate that it's not updating. Brennan Jackson, number 36. That's Washington State. 4.7. John Baptiste, 239 out of Notre Dame, wearing number 37. And again, we talk about the numbers, guys, because the numbers is how I keep track of them when we're actually doing like the different drills. We saw the defensive line do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different drills on the day. So Jean Baptiste, 6'4", 5'8". Like they said, 239. Let's see how he runs. Should run fast. Let's see. .165 split, long stride, 4.66, not bad. Forktail says, dang. Oh, no, these are actually the edge rushers, Forktail. Though they did group 1 interior defensive line, this is group 2 of defensive line, a.k.a. more of the edge rushers. Jeff Coat coming up next. University of Arkansas, 266-pound edge rusher, 6'3" and 7/8. He's got an inch on me. My official measurement, 6'2" and 7/8. .47 for the former Razorback. Not a bad run. And again, like we talked about, guys, last time with group 1 of the interior defensive line, the 40's nice, the 40's great, whatever. The drills are more important for these guys to see how they move laterally in these drills. Here's Cedric Johnson out of Ole Miss, 260 pounds. Yeah, a lot of these guys are the smaller, so this is where we're going to see a lot of the bigger numbers. 161 with a 4.64. Man, we are seeing some of these guys fly with the sub 4.7 40s. And I'm keep waiting for this to update with the edge rushers running. The NFL thing, there we go. Now it's starting to update. We'll set it to of course, it still lists some of these guys as the defensive tackles, and a lot of these guys are not defensive tackles, so. Oh, here's Mohamed Kamara. This is a guy from Colorado State I've been really excited about. Let's see how he runs. 1.58 start. That's a good start. 4.58 finish. Let's go. That's what we're talking about. I think that's the fastest. Yeah, that's going to take the lead right now for defensive linemen at 248 pounds. I miss Marshawn Nealon's weight. 166, 4.76 finish. Not bad, not bad. Oh. Here's Latu from UCLA. We've been waiting for him. Officially listed 259 pounds. 6'4" 3/4. Let's see what he's got. They say he's the most skilled edge rusher of the draft. Let's see how his speed looks like. 1.62, a little stumble out the gate. 4.64 finish. Marvin Lewis is in the booth with the Ravens right now? What? Oh, look at it! Oh, that's exciting. Chop Robinson up next, by the way. 45. They're jumping way down the list here. Weighing in at 254. Another one of these Penn State guys. He is expected to jump off the charts here at the combine. 6'2", 7'8". So me and Chop Robinson are the same height. Let's see what he... Oh, and he false starts. Philly says, I have Muhammad Kamara to the Eagles in the 4th, but I like Nealon too. Yeah, I've taken Kamara in like the 3rd and 4th round myself, so I'm excited to watch him in the drills a little bit. Forktail says 240 is kind of small though. Yeah, that's not an edge rusher in most like you can maybe get away with 240 being on the edge of a 4-3 defense. Like maybe. Like, but you got to be really, really good. Like, all right, here's Chop's second run. 154 split, not that. 449. Yeah, that's what we expected out of Chop, honestly. Everyone knew. Here's Darwinsraven, Missouri, another standout from the Senior Bowl. 495. Wow. Darius Robinson met with 18 different teams. That is crazy. Forktail says, what is Baltimore's biggest need in your opinion? So that's tough. Hold on. So here's another guy. Hold on. Javon Solomon right here, number 47, guys, out of Troy. Another guy like Muhammad Kamara, I am keeping my eye heavy on. I want to see what this guy's got real quick. I missed his weight. We'll get to that in just a moment. My apologies. But for Baltimore's needs, we kind of, I feel like, need another wide receiver, a true number one, big 6'3+ guy. And the great thing is this draft has tons of them. So we're really excited for that. I would like another high corner. We desperately need edge help. Those are the big three for me. Javon Solomon, 1-7 split, 4-8 finish. Not bad. Okay, not bad, not bad. Like I said, I didn't meet his weight though. Philly says I have Marquise Bucky Irving to us in the 3rd pick, 97. I know I'm excited to do. Here's Xavier Thomas, number 48. I'm so excited to do some mock drafts coming soon. Here we go. And another false start for Xavier Thomas. 2 times now. The guy here after Xavier Thomas, the Clemson guy, a lot of people have eyes on Braylon Trice out of Washington. Oh, good start for Thomas on this run. 165, 463. Pretty good, honestly. Looks like, though, he might have just injured his right leg, though. And here's Trice, 245 listed officially from Washington. A lot of eyes on him. 165 split, 472 finish. So same split as the last guy, but with a significantly less finish on the end. So decent quickness, though. Jared Verse, 254. Another guy people have had an eye on. '14th on Jeremiah's top 50. 167 with a 4.6. Oh. Good run by Jared Verse. At 254 pounds. Eric Watts, 4.68. And that's the end of the 40s or I should say the first set of 40s. I'm playing around with some mock drafts right now too, kind of like seeing where some of these guys are still on the board, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking, like, case in point right now, I'm in a mock draft, and by round 4, the edge pool is, like, just gone. There's a few of these guys left, but edge is just destroyed by round 4 most of these drafts. So, like, I know, for example, right now, based on that knowledge and what I'm seeing at the combine and what I'm seeing in this mock draft, by round Baltimore's pick at 131 in round 4, basically majority of the edge rushers I'm looking at are off the board and gone. There's a couple guys I'm going to have to dive into some deeper tape on, but at least now I have an idea of some of the guys I need to, I have basically a list of 15 guys in front of me right now that, hey, if I'm looking for a deep sleeper edge guy, and I might have this guy rated higher on my board than other people. But, so while edge is gone by pick 131 of the 4th, defensive tackle on the board, I've got several guys I would be happy picking as a depth person, going down as far as potentially to the 6th round. So right now, based off that, I know I need to bump edge up in my draft strategy while being able to push maybe, an extra defensive lineman down the board. Philly says, I have us taking Dijon and possibly both our second-round picks on linebackers, Edge Cooper and Jeremiah Trotter. Yeah, Trotter, the linebacker out of Clemson, I'm excited to see him run here later. Cooper, Philly, Daniel Jeremiah in his day 1 combine primer talked about how he could see actually the A&M linebacker as a potential surprise day 1 pick, kind of like we saw Jack Campbell from Iowa last year taken by the Lions in the first round. Just in the, like he was talking about, in the evolution of today's modern game, linebackers have to be able to get up on the line of scrimmage, read the quarterback, and basically make plays on them. And he showed incredible range and burst to do so. and would fit well in a modern attacking style of defense. So Cooper might have to be a high pick there. Forktail says, do the O-line go on Sunday? Yes, they do, and we're very excited for that. Of course, this is expected to be an extremely deep class at offensive tackle with a good few interior offensive linemen as well. But and we'll talk about it more when we do the official special. But in the offseason plan for the Ravens, I kind of have the Ravens moving on potentially from Ronnie Stanley. Basically, my deal is this. In my offseason plan, where I've already started taking my notes and planning out my moves and, writing the contract details down so I can expedite the process when I do the video, I have the Ravens basically negotiating Ronnie Stanley's contract down a little bit or releasing him. Which, I mean, there's not a lot of incentive, I guess, for him to renegotiate, but there's a small potential that he might not see a market close. I'm willing to keep him around 16 mil. Basically, the money I would get back from cutting him is the money I'm willing to sign him for, essentially. But so lowering his number would be great. If not, cut him. So here's my thing. This draft has so many tackles available at the upper tier level that I feel comfortable being able to find a potential franchise tackle. However, I feel like the Ravens would agree with me. In the draft, I don't like feeling pigeonholed towards any set position. I don't want anyone to be able to look at my roster and say they are absolutely drafting tackle at that position no matter what. They basically have to. I don't like being in that position. I can guarantee you the Ravens front office agrees with that sentiment. So with that being said, like I said, I had a crazy scenario I worked out with my money where basically they're running their second 40s now, so not too much I'm really worried about here. Muhammad Kamara coming up for his second run. But like I said, Tyron Smith has been an elite left tackle for the Cowboys when he's healthy. The Cowboys are in cap hell. He's been playing for a contract of $6 to $7 million a year, averaging about a $10 million a year pay. He has had some health issues. So is Ronnie Stanley. So has a lot of our guys. It's one of those ones where I wouldn't mind potentially maybe cutting Stanley, bringing in Tyron for that $6 to $10 million range, basically. And again, at least I have an insurance at left tackle. Basically, what I'm counting on at that time is maybe my first round tackle not really having to start, but being able to fill in when Tyron does go down. Because when Tyron Smith's healthy, he's elite. And if I could get Tyron for $6 million instead of Ronnie for 23, and I can get a somewhat decent, healthy season out of Tyron, I think it's a good choice here. Here's Marshawn Nealand coming up for his second run. But like I said, it's different. It would be great if we could sign Beak to a deal and not the franchise tag. We need a little bit of money for this year. When Baltimore signed Lamar Jackson to the extension, they identified a very easy 3-year Super Bowl window. Like in 2026, Lamar's cap number jumps to like $70 million. It's going to be gut-wrenching. So last year was the beginning of the Super Bowl window. We have this year, 2024 season, and the 2025 season. The Ravens have to make a move. But we need some cap space. Because we can't even at this point like really re-sign the guys that we want to re-sign. And as I really wanted Dafe Owe and David Ojabo to take that step for us this last year, sadly David Ojabo coming off a partial ACL tear, second basically season-ending injury. Odafe Owe is continuing to grow and had a great growth this past year. However, he's coming up on the 5th-year option. You've got to start thinking about potential. Clowney might, only signed for $2.5 million. He played up to like a $9 million level. He's trying to get that like 1-year, $10 million deal for a Super Bowl. He could be leaving in free agency, depending, on potential cap cuts like Joey Bosa or Khalil Mack. Brian Burns and Josh Allen of the Jaguars more than likely going to get the franchise tag. So, there's a small chance Clowney could be at the top tier of pass rushers available on the market. While this, does have like some good pass rushers in it, I don't know if there's going to be a ton of those like really elite guys, which might drive up the price on the edge rushers even more. So, so it's going to be rough. And of course, if we sign Beak, or have to franchise tag him, there's just no way we can work PQ into the cap while being able to, like not seriously rely on a bunch of rookies. But it's going to be interesting. Forktail says Trotter's dad was scary when he played. Philly says, I have us signing PQ too. I'm interested to see where PQ goes, man. No matter what, I wish him all the love. I wish we could keep him. But Ravens already took care of the future plans, taking Trenton Simpson last year out of Clemson. So it'd be like that. Forktail says, yeah, unfortunately, the Niners are in that pigeonhole spot on the O-line. I'd say they might be. They really could use it. See, a lot of people might be saying the Ravens with Kevin Zeitler probably not going to be able to be re-signed. And, of course, John Simpson, the left guard, heading to free agency. Baltimore has 2 open holes on the offensive line. However, we took Andrew Voorhees in the 7th round. I very much expect him to be the starter. And then on the opposite side, we carried Lalu, the guard out of, Oregon, I believe, all last year on the active roster. I think there's a reason for that. I think the Ravens were terrified that they could lose him if they added him to like a practice squad. I really see basically Ben Cleveland taking over the right guard next year. When he did have to play in Zeitler's place, he actually played just about the same level as Zeitler did. And then, of course, left guard, I see Laulu and Voorhees taking the main competition with that, and maybe a late round player being added into that mix. With that being said, I actually keep Morgan Moses for $6 million a year. Morgan Moses gave me adequate production. I'm happy with that for one more year. Basically, I'm going to address left tackle this year so I can address the right tackle the next year is my plan. Daniel Falele might not be the answer. He was a developmental guy. We've been working on him, so we'll have to see about that. Philly says, I like T-Sim. Yeah, T-Sim played really good when he got his chances later in the year, so we're excited about him too. And Forktail says, yeah, Clowney, one of them veteran. And see, that's the thing. We had to rely on Kyle Van Noy and Jadeveon Clowney to basically play as starters, which is not something we're going to be able to replicate. You know what I'm saying? So the problem is this, we need a tackle badly if depending on the Stanley situation. We could really use another solid corner that's going to develop. We're going to get, of course, guys like Pepe Williams and Jalen Armour Davis back from injury. But, Baltimore has that history of taking a high corner when they already have that number one guy. Brandon Stevens coming up as a free agent, I believe, next year. I would like to go ahead and extend him potentially as well, just to get it out of the way and make things life simpler. But of course, a good corner. From my understanding, there's basically 11 tackles that could almost be, borderline first round picks, essentially. First round or borderline, like 9 to 11 tackles. For corners, there are about 10 to 11 corners that should be day 2 picks, basically. Day 1, day 2 picks. And Frank Gore Jr. is all going to be in this draft, if I'm not mistaken, so that's kind of exciting. All right, hold on. We're getting to the edge drills. Should be starting with number 28. Javion Cohen. I had a lot of good draft picks last year. I'm hoping to continue that trend and actually, we're trying to improve on my, if y'all don't know, if you didn't watch my draft special last year and my follow-up videos, we did pretty good. However, I am trying to find more of the 5th round, 6th round guys. Forktail says cornerbacks and defensive ends always become free agent mercs signing big 1-2 year. They really do, man. See, the thing is this. So looking at the defensive back situation for the Ravens, Kyle Hamilton, Marcus Williams, solid. Geno Stone, somewhat predicted maybe a 3-year, $25 million deal. I can actually make that work with my current cap plans. I'm excited to debut my offseason plan for the Ravens because the moves I make, I secure a veteran tackle. I re-sign Darby, like Brent Urban and Geno Stone. I tag Matabike, and then I provide enough moves to create approximately like $10 to $20 million in extra cap space to not only fit the draft class, but also fit like 2 really good free agent signings. Just depending on, but the real thing is how the free agent market is going to develop. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of teams we're keeping eyes on, case in point, like the Chargers are in cap hell. They're going to be, cutting players left and right. I know for the Ravens, the 2 of the guys I'm keeping an eye on right now are going to be Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack. If I can somehow get Mack in the building, for a decent price and basically fill the role of Jadeveon Clowney, I'm ecstatic. Same thing with Bosa. But Bosa's, if he hits the market, it's going to sign for big money somewhere. Let me go to my caps. But yeah, there's going to be a couple tackles. Like I said, the guy from Dallas is someone I'm looking at just because. But Miami, yeah, Teron Armstead, if I'm not mistaken, going to be on there. But, you've got big players in free agency money. Titans, Bears, Patriots, Commanders, Colts, all predicted to have over $70 million in cap. They could, case in point, if Joey Bosa hits the market, he's ending up probably like with one of these teams. The Texans at $67 million. Oh my God, I can see Joey Bosa going down there and just pairing up with Anderson and just because they actually, if I'm not mistaken, Grenard, their other edge rusher, is hitting free agency. They could pay him, but if I had to choose Grenard over Bosa, I'm taking Bosa all day. You know what I'm saying? But the Ravens currently sitting at $16 million over the cap. But like I said, the franchise tag immediately would hit us with a $21 million cap hit and put us basically over by like 500 or a few million dollars. So, but like I said, we'll be doing the offseason plan officially after the combine ends. Let me take a look here, though. Free agency. So, yeah, looking at the left tackles. Is there more? Okay. You've got guys like Trent Brown, Tyron Smith, Dwan Brown on the left tackle. One of the guys I'm interested in is actually Jonah Williams. So, for those that don't know, Jonah Williams, of course, was the left tackle of the Bengals. They signed Orlando Brown. They asked him to play right tackle. He does it because he's going to hit free agency. So, Jonah, how crazy could it be if somehow we're able to bring Jonah Williams in as a left tackle, put him back to his position? It's against a divisional opponent that he's kind of got some beef against. Like, my quality, my stream dropping a little bit here. Is it over the cap what's killing me, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, there's quite a few good free agents potentially that we could pick up in the draft, or in free agency. And then, like I said, still take one that then can kind of like develop a little more slowly at a better pace. And God forbid, if he plays outstanding, then you let him start. Yeah, Gritter's definitely going to take advantage of a good market. He has shown constant good growth. Well, I think when he finished with like 12 and a half sacks or something on the season, he has just played pretty damn well this season so far. Um, we're excited for him, just young man. But and then like looking at the edge though, your edge, you got Daniel Hunter, who's probably going to be the highest paid. I don't know if he'll really fit our system. After that, Brandy Gregory, Emmanuel Ogba, Marcus Davenport, Carl Lawson, Chase Young, Leonard Floyd. Josh Allen's probably going to get franchise tagged. Bryce Huff has a lot of potential as a pass rusher, but he can't defend the run. Brian Burns is probably going to get the franchise tag. Andrew Van Ginkel, the free agent from Miami, is definitely someone to keep an eye on. I think he's actually got some serious potential. But yeah, not a lot of edge rushers. I'm really like, oh, that's our guy. Let's go. Because honestly, in my offseason plan, one of my plans was to try create some room to maybe if one of these edge rushers hits the market to go get him. You know what I'm saying? Like lock him up for the 3 years to get that Super Bowl. But I just don't know if there's going to be anyone there, honestly, is like the biggest thing for me. Like, are they starting with number 46 here on the drills? Wave drill here. Austin Booker, number 28, starting. He's having a little bit of trouble. He's the first one going, though. Definitely doesn't look that quick, though. Solomon Bird from USC going next, number 29. Did not go in the 40, and he's already slipping and falling. Definitely didn't look that good. Here's another guy, Caesar from the University of Houston. Ooh, and he's sliding and falling everywhere right now in this field. Here's another Michigan guy, Jalen Harrell. Good moves. It's not too bad. That's going to get me a 3+, basically. Here's Jalen Hunt. Ooh, man, they are slipping hard on these drills. Here's Baptiste from Notre Dame. Definitely could be a little faster. He just looks so slow right now running that drill. Here's Jeffcoat, the Razorback. Bad turn there. A little slow on that turn. Good back pedal. Meh. Decent. Johnson from Ole Miss. Oh, that's a good turn right there. A little bit of slip. Try to predict it. Good hip movement. I like that. Here's Kamara. Oh, slipped and fell. It slipped and fell again. They cannot get any grip. Here's Nealand. Good change of direction right there. Good job to get his foot in there. Nealon looking actually like one of the better drills there for him. Here's Latu. Ooh, wait, he was able to stop on that one leg. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here's Chop Robinson. Ooh, that was a good stop by Robinson. There's another good stop. Ooh. Chop looked good in that drill, to be honest with you. Here's Robinson. Darius from Missouri. Pretty good, pretty good. Long strides, a little slow there. Good back. Let's turn. That's pretty solid right there. Here's another guy, Solomon, I'm looking forward to. Yeah, come on, man. Come on. Good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, that looks good. That looked good right there. Here's Trice. Good job to get his hand down. Good turn right there. Got to play a little more balanced. That's pretty good, though. Watch that turn and go. Good stuff, Braylon. Wave drill here for 50. David Uwagbu. Pretty good. Little slow on that second turn. That's a solid. Here's Verse. Solid, solid. Yeah, keep your feet underneath you. Yeah, that was a strong finish right there. Ooh, Watts trying to predict it. Fell a little bit. And Watts keeps trying to predict this turn. And he looks like he's got long arms, but that was definitely look a little hard there. All right, what's the next drill we got up? We got wave drill first for the edge rushers. Are we going to pass rush or the four bag next? And that's what they're saying right now. Verse definitely doesn't look as good as Law 2 in the drill, which I graded that way. Here's Robinson. But let me see here. I'm sorry, I missed some of your comments. Forktail says, I literally only care about O-line this year. In my opinion, the Niners could run it back with basically same defense and be fine if we can fix the O-line. Defense was not why we lost Super Bowl, in my opinion. It's why we. And you're right on that. If you can keep IU, keep everything together. If your offensive line played a little bit better, potentially, and then, of course, a few decisions here and there, unlucky plays, but the Niners absolutely have the chance to run it back. And yeah, you might lose Greenlaw. You got a couple free agents, and you're like $5 million over the cap, so you're gonna have to make. But like case in point, Trent Williams' contract, $20 million base salary, basically meaning that $20 million can be moved over however many years they want to do, with restructuring the deal essentially. So Niners have a lot of ability to make cap moves easily, in my opinion. Tail says Chop is a great football name. I know, right? Chop Robinson. There's been a lot of talk about him because he is being compared to Odafe Owe, the first round pick of the Baltimore Ravens a while back from Penn State. Again, expected to like just test out the water kind of deal, and of course he is. Almost time for a dab, my guys. I'm going to go back and look at my mock draft here a little bit. I'm just curious about some things. Okay, no one's done shuttles, cones, or anything like that yet. So let's look at these. Let's look at these. So we got that. Let's look at the 10-yard splits. That's what I'm more interested in. 1, 5, 4, 10-yard split. Hmm. One, 5, 4. Yeah. He's got a really quick, that's for sure. Okay, they already did all their vert and broad jumps. Interesting. So Chop didn't get the top? Or is he like going and doing it right now? So he did broad, but he didn't do vertical. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, broad. Very interesting. How big was Hunt? 252. That's not bad. All right, here we go. Back to the drills. 4-bag. They're starting with Trice. Wow. So we missed like all of the 4-bag drill because of the commercials. Are you serious? That's so bad, man. I'm so mad at the NFL for that. Like, I literally just missed all of the freaking drills, basically, unless they're starting from the opposite side. Weeaboo. Yeah, verse looked pretty good there. That looked really good. I'm so mad that they just like entirely skipped the 4-bag drill now. That is so. That's so infuriating, dude. What's the point of covering this if y'all literally just get rid of one of the most important drills? That 4-bag drill is so important to show how they can move their feet laterally. Like, I am so upset right now at NFL Network for that. That just pisses me off. Like, absolutely ridiculous. That's so frustrating. And they're like literally running the drill and not showing it. Come on, NFL, stop showing verse and show the drill. This is so ridiculous. Like, I just want them to like do the catch back up. Like, it's 31, so we got 33. Man. Baptiste. That didn't look like a good rep to me, in my opinion. Man, these rip moves are so fucking weak right now. Show me a rip. There's a rip. Make sure we club rip. There we go. Half of them weren't ripping, man. Like, yeah, I know they're not going to stop the drills for commercials, but I expect them to either come back, give me a half screen, like something. Like, I'm going to run a number 28. There's like literally no rip there by Cole. Oh, club swim. Sorry, my apologies. Stuff right there, 34. Like the coach say, make sure you swim on that last bag. Stop. Man, Nealon looking good in these drills. And like they just said, Nealon is having an exceptional day right now, honestly. God, Solomon is climbing my board too. He's having clean reps. That swim move, weak as shit. First swim move, garbage. Second one, pretty good though. Very tight on the bag. Good rep by Watts too. And so they basically did a club rip, club swim for the pass rush drill. Players definitely wouldn't care about stopping more. It's one of those ones though. You know, like it seems like some of the players need a better explanation of the drill. So honestly, it might be not a terrible idea. But I would just wouldn't mind if, as long as they like, you know, cut away, gave me a small window where I can still like at least see the drills and all that. But like, case in point, I'm legitimately mad that they basically, I only got to see 4 reps of the 4 bag drill out of like, you know, the like freaking 20 plus of them. Like, I'm genuinely mad about that because that's a big drill for me. Like, what can I do though, right? Oh yeah, okay. I just wish I could show the combine, like the actual footage of it. But considering that NFL's like this is on NFL Plus and NFL Network exclusively, I'm sure they're going pretty hard on, you know, or would. And I get why they don't want you to, because like case in point, they're tracking how many people are actually watching and are part of these commercials on their site. If people are watching the commercials through my channel, the analytics aren't getting reported correctly to the NFL, which then hurts the value of the advertising space and market, essentially. While yes, the advertisement still reaches the intended audience and maybe even a larger audience potentially, there is a loss of reporting essentially. You know, whereas like case point, even if I demonetize and said I give all my commercial money for this video to, you know, the NFL for, you know, purposes, the commercial agreements are different, the payments are probably different. It's just sad that there's not a way for me to do it, you know. Yeah, it's kind of upsetting when, like you said, people are paying for this content. We should be able to see the content. Like, I'm still thinking about actually going to the draft too. I'm not the draft, the combine. I'd love to go to the draft too, but draft's a little further away. Yeah, it's Robinson probably gonna be one of the first edge rushers. Hmm. Yeah, and there he is beating the first round tackle. Are we gonna get more drills? We better.
They're explaining the drill right now, whatever the next drill is. They haven't told us, though. All right, this is the run and hoop. Here we are. This is one of the ones, like I said, the run hoop top speeds. Okay, okay. Bird, a good run on that. Pretty good burst, good bend. That was solid. Cole definitely struggling on this. Jalen Harrell up next from Michigan, looking pretty good. Good bend. That looked ideal right there. Jalix Hunt. He has had a good day. Oh, decent. Better on the second corner. There we go. That's pretty solid, man. I've seen just a lot of solid runs out of these edge rushers. Baptiste now up. Bend a little more. He's got long arms. He's got long arms, yeah. Jeff Coat. Oh, he's tight. Cedric Johnson. Oh, he dropped that one, though. He dropped it again. That's going to be a 2 for me. And like they told him, go again. Go again. Yep, here's Kamara. Little slow off the rip. Slip, though. Solid. Nothing great on that, honestly, though. Here's Nealon. He's had a really good day so far. Good get out. Little high. Good placement. Second hand down. He's could play bend. He's getting low, but he could definitely use a little more bend. Latu. Yeah, that's so smooth. There you go. Chop had a good run. Here's Darius, man, trying to make some money here. Ooh, that was a get off right there. Whoo. That get off. Ooh. Ah, he looked good, but he's dropping it like. Braylon had a really bad one. David Wogbu. Yeah, decent. Not that great, but verse. Ooh, good get off. Oh, he missed it. Ooh. Despite the missed towel there, that was a good rep by Verse. There you go. Get down. Had his legs out from under him. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Booker going to go again, number 28. A little late on the get off. There we go. That was a little better run, but not that much better. Not going to improve, in my opinion. Johnson, 39, getting the second run. Originally scored him as a 2. There we go. That's a much better run. I'll bump him up to a 2+. Here's Trice again. Got to get lower on that first one. He is struggling with this drill. And Trice, you're not going to. Some don't look right with Trice on that move. Here's Verse again. They're going to give him another run. Not bad, not bad. Starting. All right, body control drill. Whew, watching Sam Max Crosby in that drill is absolutely beautiful. Bird, 29, coming up first. A little hard on that turn. Decent able. That's gonna be a solid. That's gonna be a baseline score right there for Caesar out of University of Houston. Cole, number 31, Texas A&M, pretty good. Oh, that was a great movement. That's gonna be a 4, honestly. Jalen Harrell, Michigan. Little rough on the stop, but good turn right there. Hunt had a pretty good day. Oh, good turn right there. Very chopped. I like what I saw right there out of Jalix. Baptiste. Decent. A little slow on that. Good turn. A little outside. Could get a knee injury there potentially. Jeff Coat. A little slow there. Cedric Johnson. Pretty good turn. Yeah, that looked good. Kamara, I'm excited to see. That's stalled. He tried to predict it. Little slow, honestly. That's going to get a decreased score. Nealon. Ooh, okay. Nealon making some money in these drills today. Latu. Ooh, good stop. Good turn. Chop. Ooh. I don't know if I'd get Chop for a pass rusher, but Chop as like a 4-3 backer looks like he would just be dominant. Like, A little slow on that. Ooh, that was solid. That was a good rep. Verse. Ooh, bad turn by Verse. Watts. Ooh, gotta get low, my guy. He's playing way so high. Some of these linebackers, though, like they're saying Turner from Alabama's who we're really staring at. Braswell as well. Okay, we're going to get a conversion drill for the edges. Yeah, they're comparing Chop Robinson's 40 to Joey Bosa and Will Anderson. They are very different players. And that's one of those ones. If you compare them purely off 40s, you are going to end up with some like an Al Davis type of draft. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people have been talking about Trice from Washington. I have not liked what I saw out of him so far. Maybe I'm crazy, but like, oh, I'm not gonna lie, I'm starting to get tired myself. More soda. I'm gonna go grab another soda. I'll be right back, guys. Sorry, guys. My girlfriend. There's a food truck here, and it's a Mexican food truck, and they have cheese sauce for their chips, and it's a chori cheese deep. So they make their own cheese sauce, but it's made with a bunch of ground chorizo sausage. Which I've talked to them. They make their own chorizo from scratch, so it's fresh handmade chorizo ground up in their own in-house queso sauce, and oh my god, my mouth's just watering even thinking about it. It is just that damn good, to be honest with you. Like, chori cheese deep. And they're doing the vertical jumps now. Honestly, vertical and broad jump, I don't care much about. It's probably like one of the few I care the least about. But linebackers are getting ready to start their 40-yard dashes here soon after the conversion drills by the edge rushers. Of course, like they talked about, the conversion drills are just going to be like linebacker coverage, essentially. Oh, man, I'm sorry. Like they're saying, though, these guys are just bigger, stronger, and faster every single year. Yeah, Forktail says, if you would just rely on solely on the 40-yard dashes, you're going to end up with some Darius Hayward Bays with your 4th overall pick. And man, Latu's turn on that last drill was insane. Man, come on. Just get started with these linebackers. Honestly, I'm ready just to be like almost done here for the first day. Just not the excitement. Because I guess maybe a lot of these guys I'm not looking at in the draft right now. But we did find some potential people to look into more. God, I can't wait for free agent. Like they said, 2 weeks. Free agent frenzy starts March 11th. Of course, if you don't know, teams have to be under the cap by the 13th. Check my phone one moment here. EA announces layoff and cancels the Star Wars game. What? They're crazy. That's sad. I can't believe they canceled the Star Wars game. I'm so mad at EA, bro. EA Sports. We ruin games. Sounds about right. EA is turning into Blizzard. They really are. Like, I know Blizzard very well. I'm an old World of Warcraft player. Like, it's upsetting, man. I as much like I was telling the girlfriend the other day. I was sitting there playing some Madden, right? And I've refused to play Madden since Lamar Jackson was on the cover. I've been on strike. I refuse to buy Madden. I will sometimes play Madden when it becomes available for free on Game Pass, basically. Which it recently came available on Game Pass and all that recently, and I downloaded it. And like, girlfriend's like, "Oh, you gonna go play some Madden tonight?" I was like, "Nope, I already uninstalled it." Like after 3 days, because I was like, I play franchise mode. There was like just franchise mode and superstar mode were so bad, and there's been no changes. It is just so hard to enjoy even that I just like I said, I literally uninstalled Madden the other day. I'm just so sick of how bad the gameplay is and how bad the AI is, and just but everyone has their opinion, right? I feel like given a decent coding staff, I could put together a Madden game that was just way better, but be like that. And they're showing verse here in the change of direction drills. Yeah, now you show a four-bag drill. Wish you would have showed that to me earlier in the broadcast. NFL, just absolutely ridiculous. Chop really did look good in these drills, though. Like, if you can get like just like Odafe, man, if you can get the numbers out of him, he's got all the physical tools. He's got every physical tool you could ask for. He a physical specimen, but just can he put it all together? And they didn't show any of the conversion drills, of course, because they hate us here on NFL Network. He looks an outside guy. I definitely think Darius Robinson is an outside guy. I don't think he's an inside guy. Yeah, he'll work inside on like pass rush when you go into like big nickels, maybe. But like, I need to add these drills into my training, honestly. I'm definitely interested to see where Chop ends up. Where did he get drafted in this draft? Is he part of the second round run? I bet you he is. Wow, Darius lasted till the second. Yeah, we're going to see a quick run on edge in the second, more than likely. I do agree with that, actually. Fork says video games are just basically just flimsy money grabs anymore. A lot of times it's depressing. It really is, man. Like, Kids Boy also, I don't know if you remember this game, Anthem. I was like an original OG Anthem player, like, bought the game and everything, and bro, absolutely disgusting what happened with that game. They're still trying to bring it back, but like it's probably not going to happen. Are we finally about to get the linebackers started? I'm sorry, guys. I'm just starting to get tired myself. Wow, they have Peyton Wilson sneaking into the first round. Looking how this mock draft goes. Got to ask the guys, too, if they want to do the mock draft one day. Problem is they're all 49er fans, so... Sorry, I was responding to something on Twitter. This is going to be tough. We're about to get started finally on the linebackers. Yep, they're breaking it down, so. Well, they got Chris Jenkins. Okay. Giving him a little bit of an interview time. I don't know, man. I just got so many different things planned here for free agency. I would love to do a mock draft with a bunch of people, though, like actual fans of different teams or people willing to put in some time to develop rosters. Like they're saying, Chris Jenkins saying, yeah, his fathers are like legendary defensive tackles. No. Wonder if Chris Jenkins will end up in LA with the Chargers. Yeah, that's for sure. He definitely got the pedigree. We're not going to see Brock Bowers working out on the combine. That's sad. 18 people here in Indianapolis for Michigan. That's so crazy. You gotta love the lady like playing around with a board while the dude's answering questions, not paying attention to him, basically. She's fangirling a little bit on him. Chris Jenkins Sr. There he is. God, dude, they are milking these commercials now before the linebackers. Like, come on. Yeah, you're so cute, Nani. Man. My problem is this, like when I play out my mock drafts, I won't trade. Like I want to trade like nobody's business. I want extra picks. And it's kind of a an issue. Like, I can feel like I can never have a serious draft because the amount of trades that I want to do. Like, case in point, in this year's mock draft, guys, Ravens own, of course, the 30th overall pick. One of the obvious people to do a trade with would be the New England Patriots, seeing as they used their first round pick on Marvin Harrison Jr. in the mock draft. With that, they still are desperately needing quarterback, and it's either us, the Niners, or the Chiefs they're trading with. So in this trade pick 34 for a pick 30, which obviously, like, you maybe get like 104 or 136, maybe. Like 136. Wow, the Patriots actually didn't take my trade this time. I am confounded by that one. I can't believe they don't take my trade now. But they'll supposedly the Chiefs would trade with me. That trade's never gonna happen. Like, do the Chargers not have a first round pick this year? No, there it is. Okay, they take Brock Bowers. Okay. This one has the Rams. What? Taking Jaden Daniels? Wow. I call bullshit. Oh, is that why? 7, 8. They are in cap hell. They are absolutely in cap hell, right? Let me double check the exact number. I want to say they're like negative $40 million. Yeah, they are $26 million over the cap without their draft class. So effectively $35 million over the cap. The Bills have the highest over the cap number right now with negative $40 million. Like, you gotta love now that there's tons of trades available. What up, CarCast? You watching the combine today so far? I'm messing around with some mock drafts right now, honestly. God, I wish there was. Who else will we trade with again, though? Are there quarterbacks still on the board? There are quarterbacks still on the board. No way. Let's go to Atlanta. Would Atlanta trade me? Atlanta would trade with me. I'll take that trade. Got it. Beautiful. The Euro chop. UCLA's guys' #1 move, the Euro chop. I feel him on that. Oh, excuse me. Linebackers are finally about to get started here shortly. Carcass is pretty good for a youngster, lol. Oh. Let's see, it's too high to take him. I'm sorry, I messed around with this mock draft too much now. I'm having too much fun. Man, I could have so many fun players if I trade. I gotta stop messing around with that. I make too many trades and then I end up with like 2 seconds, 2/3, 2/4, and I'm like, yep, that's where I want to be. That's good to hear, though. GM of Chris Ballard, the Colts, saying he's really happy where Anthony Richardson is at in his shoulder recovery. That's good news for them, honestly. I'm gonna have to see if these linebackers and Dolphins trying to get this long-term extension for Tua done. is cold, man. And Giants senior VP and GM Joe Schoen says he's got faith in Dan Jones as their quarterback. Well, this is definitely the year to see, man. They've got to get, they've still got to get some weapons for him, man. Like, Jalen Hyatt was a good start, but you need something. There might be some good. I've got some sneaker quarterbacks, to be honest with you. I was looking at some advanced level metrics for running backs, wide receivers, and quarterbacks in this draft, and I found some interesting stats. Let's just say that 49ers have 11 picks. If they don't trade up, I'm seriously going to lose my honestly though, Forktail, you really might not. Like, case in point, if Tyler Guyton is sitting there at pick 31, you're ecstatic as a Niner fan. You don't have to move up to go get a tackle. And he's definitely like a right tackle kind of guy. Like, yes, he might have got abused a little bit at the Senior Bowl, but it doesn't mean, the end of the world kind of deal. There are predicted like 9 to 11 tackles that could be like first round to board or first round guys, which is great news for the Niners. It's also good news for the Ravens, who are looking, like I said, potentially for Ronnie Stanley's replacement. Yeah, we might see, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4 tackles in the top 15 picks potentially. Yeah, potentially right now on this mock draft that I'm looking at, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tackles taken in the first 29 picks. And then Tyler Guyton sitting on the board still at that point. Jordan Morgan, the Arizona tackle, I've got a high grade on as well right now. I've got to dig more into that. Patrick Paul, ranked 83rd on the big board. I think might have some potential as well. Some of these other tackles definitely got to take a look at a little more in depth, but I'm excited about it. Are we going to show the linebackers running or what? Like, what is going on and why aren't they showing it? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, the Ravens only have 8 picks in this draft. I kind of would like to have a little more, but we'll see, right? Hold on. I just thought of something. Over the cap calculator. Where's LA Chargers? I need the Chargers. I just had an epiphany thought, potentially. Forktail says, yeah, but I want a blue chipper. Can't miss for O-line. You can't really sign. Yeah, and I know the tackle, there's a couple tackles. If you did trade up just a little bit, yeah, you could guarantee a really high-level tackle. Let me see here. I want to look real quick. So there's potential that Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack are going to be moved on from in LA, or at least one of the two. Just because it is what it is. So Khalil, in the last year of his deal, Bosa still got 2 years. Mack, of course, much older, so it's obvious that they're probably going to move on from Mack. But here's my thing. I wonder if we could do a sign and trade for Mack with the Chargers, given the good, we have a good repertoire with it. I need to write this note. Trade and extend for Mack. So if you don't know about the LA Chargers, of course, Jim Harbaugh, now the head coach of the Chargers, brother of John Harbaugh. But because they were in such a precarious cap situation, the Chargers also decided to move on from their GM and basically give a GM a fresh evaluation and the Chargers hired none other than Joe Ortiz, who has spent 25 plus years in Baltimore working with our front office. So a long-time Raven over there. You're already gonna probably just cut him. Maybe if you can convince him, like maybe talk. I'm sure Khalil wants a Super Bowl ring. Baltimore would be an ideal location. The roster bonus, I don't think, would be technically on Baltimore. They wouldn't have to pay the prorated. He would have a base salary of $17 million, but with an extension, maybe we can work that number down a little bit and get him in a cap-friendly number for 2 years. Basically trading Jadeveon Clowney for Khalil Mack. Just saying. But yeah, man, like being able to do like a sign and trade basically for Mack. But basically are an agreement in place for it. He's 33, but here's the thing. If he hits the pass rush market, he's going to be the number one pass rusher, more than likely. But at 33 years old, he's also going to be one of the oldest edge rushers, I think. Looking at guys, you got Danielle Hunter, who's going to lead the market if he doesn't get tagged by the Vikings at 30 years old. Za'Darius Smith is 32. A lot of these, he's definitely going to command probably like a $10 million salary potentially, but it's just, can he get more, a few years essentially. Clowney, of course, 31, 2 years younger than him. It'd be a dream scenario to be able to get someone like that, but, you never know. He might, like I said, he might be trying to chase a Super Bowl ring. And let me see. I wonder if there's any Super Bowl teams that would be able to make more money than the Ravens, basically, let me see. Bears aren't going to be serious. Texans would be a great choice for him, of course. They've got plenty of cap space. Lions have plenty of cap space. Bengals have good amount of cap space. Running down that list, then it goes Eagles and Ravens, basically. So it's not entirely out of the realm to be like, nah, man, I'm telling you, my Ravens are your best shot at getting there. We're hoping, man. We're hoping. That would be a dream situation. Market for Khalil Mack. And supposedly the Saints were in talks about trading for Khalil Mack. Okay, we've got an article 4 days ago, actually, from Chargers Wire. Supposedly multiple teams are interested. So supposedly to get Mack from the Chargers, it would only take a 2025 fourth round pick. So it wouldn't take a lot. And there are talks about cutting Bosa apparently because of his injury issues. Like, man, for a 4th round pick and then restructure the deal. It's going to be tough, that's for sure. The 49ers are predicted to be about $5 to $8 million over the cap. So the 49ers are going to have to make some money to, even re-sign free agents. Actually, they're just going to have to cut or make some moves to get under the cap by March 13th. So expect some moves before March 13th. But like I said, the way it works, Trent Williams has like a base salary, if I remember, of about $20 million. You can technically convert the base salary to a signing bonus, moving the cap hit over however many years are on the contract, including the void years, which is kind of the point of void years a little bit. So the Niners can do easy moves to get under the cap. However, to make free agent moves or sign anyone to, they're going to have to make some stuff happen, kind of deal. They're like $5 million over, but also you have to remember you have to be under the cap by March 13th, the start of free agency and the new league year. However, also depending on when you draft, which the Niners drafting low like us, you have to have somewhere between like 3 and like 9 mil sometimes to sign your draft class. Like, hey, so you got 2 first round picks, your value is going to go up on that. Whereas like last year where the Niners had no first or second round picks, your draft class cost you like $1 million to sign basically. So it's going to be interesting. Forktail says a 4th round pick, that sounds too good to be true. Well, it's one of those ones, a 33-year-old pass rusher, the chance that, and on a contract year, meaning unless he agrees to a long-term contract extension before the trade, no teams are going to... It's just like how with Aaron Rodgers. The Jets got significantly less compensation because of the age of Aaron Rodgers and the status of his contract and retirement and all that. So I will admit a 2025 4th sounds fishy. 2024 4th plus taking the contract sounds a little more doable. And it's one of those ones, like if you're already going to cut him, just getting any pick at all is a plus, essentially. Because if you have to cut a player and they sign with another team, that player does not count against the new team's comp formula or count for yours. Whereas if his contract naturally expired next year, see, the Chargers, though, the Chargers can do this in a number of ways. Hold on, I'm going to go play with it a little bit. So let me see here. The LA Chargers. So like I said, if I'm the GM of the LA Chargers, I think with everything that happened, they are currently sitting $25 million over. If you were to cut Khalil Mack right now, you're basically $2 million over, so you're basically done. If you cut Joey Bosa, you're only $11 million. So let me see. Basically, the play is you're going to probably have to get rid or cut Mack. You just get way more savings. There has been talk, though, about Mike Williams and Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen, 32, Mike Williams, 30. Both do over $30 million. by cutting either one of them, again, you get to -2 or -5 million. So cutting one of 4 players basically fixes the Chargers cap situation. So hypothetically, there's some big number 1 wide receivers in this draft. You could cut Mike Williams potentially, be a 5 million under. Let me see here. I'm trying to find someone else I don't really like. There's been talk that they get rid of both. But if you get rid of Khalil and Mike Williams, you are now got 17 million in cap space, and you can actually go do something in free agency if you wanted. Of course, they still have to, Austin Eckler's hitting free agency. They've got a couple other smaller free agents, but they've got some holes in that roster that they need to fill. And with the emergence of Tulipo, they've got one edge, so they can basically afford to get rid of one. I just love how we were supposed to get the linebackers, and linebackers still aren't running. Like, what happened to the linebackers? And that's what a lot of the people are saying, why Williams will be the outman in LA, just because the health reasons. And Keenan Allen just seems to be Herbert's guy, So rather not mess with that connection. So there's a big chance that the Chargers move on not only from Khalil Mack, but Mike Williams as well. Like I said, it very clearly opens up their cap. And maybe there's a chance Mike Williams gets traded too, potentially. I know if I'm the GM of them, I'm looking to potentially move both of them. And also, just like with the Khalil Mack thing to Baltimore, there's a small chance Mike Williams to Baltimore. Baltimore needs a big number 1 guy. But I personally think the draft is going to give me what I want in that. But, you know what, guys? I might go ahead and end my stream for the day. We've been going for, 4 hours now, basically. They're just taking so long to start these linebackers. It looks like the linebackers are still warming up for some reason. I don't know what's going on there. So with that, I might go ahead and I'm still going to watch and grade, but I might just go off air so I can just sit and enjoy and eat some food. But Forktail, man, I appreciate you for dropping in and hanging out with me. We'll be live again tomorrow, same time, same place. It'll be a lot more fun tomorrow, I have a feeling. But tomorrow, of course, is defensive backs and tight ends. We're really excited. Defensive backs is actually something I'm really looking for. I'm trying to find that sneak corner for the Ravens. I know y'all might be looking for one as well. But all right, my guy. I will catch you later, and thanks for dropping in as always. D-Rave out.